I jumped on here for one reason and one reason only, and that is and of course, this can lead to a whole bunch of other stuff, but I jumped on here because Arsenal, um, my team, Arsenal FC, Arsenal Football Club, the Arsenal Football Club, uh, North London, Islington. They did it, y'all. Number one in the Premier League, number one in the English First Division. 22 years. I remember when they won it last time, 22 years ago. I was watching then too. So I've waited 22 long years, 22 years of being in like 10th and 12th and 13th position. 22 years, the last 3 years of being in second position, each of the last 3 years, losing it by like 2 or 3 points each, messing up in the last like half of like the last third of the season. But we held out this time. We got some things to go our way, and now we're champions. So, uh, oh, really, Julie? That's awesome. So we already have plans in 2028. Me, Eggy Salad, and Bestie are going to go to Scotland, Wales, and we're going to make a stop, of course, in London so I can see Emirates Stadium, and maybe hopefully we can catch a game. But we're gonna go to Wales so we can see Wrexham's stadium as well, and because of course Wrexham, we have been following their journey from low tier non-league football all the way up to Champions League, not Champions League, Championship, where they almost made it to the Premier League but fell short, and that's okay. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm a huge football nerd. I played for a long time, and still, and I never stopped following. So I've been following Arsenal for years. It's been longer than 22 years that I've been following Arsenal. Um, but yeah, well, yeah. I don't follow a lot of United States soccer. I do. Weirdly enough, I am not. So I am not the biggest patriot type of person, like rah rah go USA at all, except for when it comes to football. And then I'm like, yes. What is it? The rat flat? Oh, right, rat flat right next to the tube. Okay, yeah, um, yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see them lift the trophy on the next game, which I think is next Sunday, or this Sunday coming up. I mean, and then we've got Champions League. Champions League is for all of Europe, the big five leagues in Europe. And it takes all the teams. Every team gets to participate. Every team that qualifies gets to participate. I think it's like the top four or top three of each league, maybe the top two, get to participate in Champions League, and then like other teams have to qualify. Um, Whittles it all down until you get two teams left. So the two teams this year are Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain or Paris Saint-Germain. And they won last year. It's PSG. So we don't want them to win this year either. We want Arsenal to go ahead, do a double. And if they do the double, so Eggy Salad has already said that she's going to buy me a jersey for Arsenal winning the league. So I do get that, and that's exciting. I hope it's something cool. But if they win Champions League, I'm not expecting anything because that's going to be awesome. That's just like another reward for me. Yay! Sorry, I've got incense like blowing right in my eyes. So yeah, what's going on tonight, y'all? I didn't have much to talk about. That's what I wanted to talk about. I'm too excited about football. I know. Um, um, I can't. I would. Well, no, I better not talk about that. um, yeah. Oh, I could talk about tomorrow. Me and Brandon are going to sit down at 5 o'clock my time, Eastern Standard Time, 4 o'clock his time. We're going to talk about the. It's going to be so before I had FFS in December of last year. Um, we sat down. And so I think it was in November and like in December, right before. I sat down and had a talk about what I was going to have, what surgeries, and how it was going to happen and such. And so this is going to be the follow up, the back end follow up, the ending. And yeah, y'all need to come and sit in for that because it's kind of fun to see some of the changes and some of the things I don't like. I'll go ahead and tell y'all right now what I don't like is the fact that this is here. And the only reason that is there is because my medication. I started a new medication and it made me gain a lot of weight in like this amount of time. So I got off of it. And now I'm on another medication that has like a weight loss medication tied into it. So supposedly what it's supposed to do is not make you want to eat as much, like because I'm taking Zyprexa. It's basically Zyprexa with some other medication thrown in there. So oh, thank you, Julie. So Zyprexa, Zyprexa. So mental stuff. And all I know is I'm still like steady weight, not losing anything. I can't take any GLP-1s because honestly, I can't afford them. Because my insurance company is not going to pay for them, and I don't have like that kind of money. I just see, I don't have like $1,600 to pay for a year's worth of, Zepbound or whatever it's called, which is what I would like, the terzepatide or whatever it is, that the one that begins with a T. I think that's the best one. I have a friend who is using that, and she's losing weight very well, pretty steadily and quickly. So, that's I want something. Although I saw a picture of myself, y'all. I saw a picture of myself in 2017, and woo, that I looked so sickly. It was actually 2018. I looked so sick. Um, but I was sick back then. I was really sick back then, and I looked so thin and emaciated. Yeah. And so, I'm glad I have a little bit of meat on me, but I just don't want it to, I would like to lose a little bit more weight and maybe tone up a little bit. Yeah, insurance helps so much. We pay for it, or out of Egg's check, and there's like a chunk taken out, a large chunk taken out each paycheck. But it in turn helps. It helps me a lot because I see a lot of doctors, so much so that my out-of-pocket maximum has already been met. So all my medication is free, which is great because my medication each every 90 days is like $400-$500 with insurance. So all of that is free, and that's great. And so I'm hoping that what will happen is that, like, right as the year is getting ready to start over, all my medications will then be renewed, hopefully, and then that'll take me 3 months into the next year, which is kind of how I do it. I had a colonoscopy. My next colonoscopy is going to be free, which I'll have because I had to have two this year. When one more will be coming up in a couple of months. Yay, colonoscopy time. And so that one will be free. And just all it helps to have insurance. It really does. For people who don't have it, I what it is people who don't have it. I know they need it. There are people who have insurance. I've got a friend who has insurance. Um, does not use it because they don't ever get sick, or at least they don't think they do. You know, so I'm just wondering what happens when they get sick. I think people take for granted that they're always going to be able-bodied. You know, um, and I know I like when I was 26, I never thought I would be considered disabled. Um, or well, enough to be disabled. But yeah, it was kind of a crazy change. Um, um, and I just don't think people are, you know, eh, especially with chronic illnesses. I'm not going to get off on that little rant because I could rant all day on chronic illnesses. Was today World IBD Day? International Inflammatory Bowel Disease Day. I don't think it is. Let's see. IBD Day, um, 2026. I don't think this is it. Oh, yay! May 19th, it is today. World IBD Day is today. It raises awareness for Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. I have Crohn's disease, which is a disease that can affect anywhere along your digestive tract. So from your mouth all the way down to your butt. It can hit anything. Most people just associate it with tummy aches and having to use the bathroom a lot. But while that is it, that's not all there is. There's anemia and all other kinds of crazy stuff. So I have iron deficiency anemia as well. But yeah, so it's even here, more than just the gut. More than just the gut. And ulcerative colitis affects mainly the large intestine. Yeah, mainly the large intestine, or the rectum and anus, large intestine area. While Crohn's disease can affect all the way up and down. Um, um, so yeah. I don't know. I don't really have that much more to talk about, y'all. I just wanted to get on and celebrate. So, I think I'm gonna stop it right now. I'm not feeling all ranty and ravey right now. I feel like I just want to go sit down and chill and watch more Gilmore Girls. One more thing I want to say is my brother-in-law is in town. Shout out, brother-in-law. Love it. He is staying with us. Happy to have him back from Texas. Happy to have him back from Texas. Like y'all know I'm biased against Texas anyway, because Texas has my birth certificate and they will not let me change it. And also I can't set foot in Texas without getting arrested. So there's that. Also, like, we didn't see him for years because he's been in Texas, first PA, then Texas, but now he's here, and that's great. So we're gonna like hang out, and I'm happy to, I'm happy to see him again. He's like my little brother. He's a lot younger than me, but he's like my little brother. So. Oops, sorry, stress balls. Okay, so y'all, thank you so much. Let's do this. No trash, no transphobia, no racism, no ableism, no, let's see, TRAS, no sexism, no homophobia, no Islamophobia, no xenophobia, no fat phobia. I have to throw that in because I'm chunky. And people be looking at me like that, and I'm kind of big. I got a big belly. So no fat phobia. Reparations, land back, No borders. Fuck Trump. Fuck ICE. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.